Hey ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolessence and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it and I hope that this video finds you well. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a closer look at a fragrance by the company Xerjoff, and this one is called Erba Pura, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin my fragrance review of Erba Pura by Xerjoff, I do want to mention that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, if you like fragrance reviews just like this, but also top 10 videos, giveaways, unboxings, special guests, and pretty much anything having to do with fragrances, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner. And of course, while you're at it, also please be sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. This way, whenever I do put out these videos, they will get delivered straight to your feed. Now, I do want to mention that this product was sent to me for review by FragranceUSA.com. This video is being shot in collaboration with Fragrance USA. They are a fantastic company to work with. I have used them in the past. They have a lot of really hard to find niche fragrances at really good prices. I'm going to leave all of their information down below. And they also hooked me up with my own coupon code, which is Redolessence10. So if you want to use this coupon code, it's not an affiliate code. I don't make any commission from that code. I just want to get a really good deal for you guys so that you can get 10% off your entire order if you decide to use this code. And it's also a way for the brand to track where that traffic is coming from. So this fragrance originally came out in 2013. I am excited to also be doing a giveaway of a 5 ml decant from this fragrance. All you have to do is just visit Fragrance USA. Once again, the information is going to be down below. Check out their entire catalog and what they have on their website. And then I want you to come back here and leave a comment down below and let me know if you had to purchase any fragrance from Fragrance USA, which one would it be? That's all you got to do. Just leave a comment down below and you will be entered to win. And I will be picking the winning comment in 1 week's time. So make sure to come back to this video in 1 week to see if you've won. So this fragrance was actually repackaged in 2019. It was originally made available under the Sospiro line, which has been phased out. So in 2019, it became a Xerjoff fragrance. But I think a lot of you know that Xerjoff has the Xerjoff umbrella, under which you will find brands like Casa Morati, which is another excellent brand. Mephisto Gentiluomo is one of my favorites. You will also find Chemi Blending Magic. I remember first trying this fragrance when it came out back in 2013 and really just falling in love with that fruity cocktail in the opening. It smells exotic. You have the vanilla, the amber, the citrus, which adds a really nice accent to that fruity tonality going on in the opening. And in this video, I finally have the opportunity to formally review it for my subscribers. Let's go ahead and get things started, but we'll take a close look at the presentation. Now, I do want to apologize for not having the full presentation. I actually have a tester here, so I don't have the box on hand to show you the luxuriousness of the box, but the bottle itself is stunning. You have this bluish green color to it. It has this velour texture, which is really nice, feels nice in the hand. And then you also have the Erba Pura plaque here on the front with the Xerjoff logo emblazoned in the middle. On the bottom of the bottle, you will find a sticker with the serial number printed on it in black ink. You have Xerjoff engraved into the collar of the cap. And I don't know if you can tell, but you also have the Xerjoff logo on the inside of the cap. And the distribution on the atomizer is nice and wide. Let's continue with the smell. So as soon as this fragrance opens up, you are going to get this cocktail of fruits, and exotic fruits at that. Now, I say exotic because it kind of reminds me of like guava or cantaloupe. It has this smooth quality in the opening that is just really delightful and really happy and cheerful. It really elevates your mood and your spirits. It puts you in a really good mood. And I think that's one of the things that I really enjoy about this fragrance. And for a fragrance that originally came out in 2013, it still has this level of uniqueness because no other brand and no other fragrance has come through and put out a fragrance that smells quite the way that this one does. Of course, you have other expressions of a fruity accord, but not one that's done in quite the same way as it's done in Erba Pura. Now, what I also really like about this fragrance is that it contains this vanilla note. It's a distant vanilla. And I say that because it's residing in the base, but it makes its presence known even in the initial spray. So as I'm smelling it now, and I just sprayed it maybe 5 or 7 minutes ago or something, it comes across rather sweet, and I like that that sweetness is enveloping that fruity accord in the opening with that accent of that Sicilian orange. So it utilizes these Italian fruits, and of course Xerjoff is an Italian company, and I feel like the perfumer Christian Carbonell did such an incredible job with this one. Now this was made in collaboration with Laura Santander, who's another perfumer over at Carbonell, which is located in Barcelona, Spain, and I actually had the pleasure of visiting them several times, even having a conversation with the perfumer, and he is so passionate about his work and what he does, and I can tell you he really is a master at his craft. So it has this green quality about it, and you think of the name Erba Pura, it translates to pure grass. Now it doesn't smell grassy, so there isn't an overdose of cis-3 hexanol in here, which kind of gives it that earthy tonality. No, that's not what you're getting. You're getting this exotic fruity accord in the opening, more of an emphasis on the orange when it comes to the citrus, and I'm saying that because when I think of lemon, I think of this tart and acidic quality, and I don't really get a lot of that. So I'm inclined to say I'm getting more orange in the opening, but there's this general smoothness about it that I really like. But I think another thing really contributing to that cleanliness, if you will, is that white musk, and the white musk just comes across smelling rather clean, and it really creates this billowy nature in the fragrance. And I think I'm also inclined to say that I get this clean and pure floral heart. Now, I know there aren't any floral ingredients listed in the note pyramid, and of course a perfumer will never reveal all of his or her secrets, but I do get this floral thing going on in the heart that is anything but a floral fragrance. It just adds that really nice complexity and also creating this non-linearity in the fragrance. So while it opens up very juicy and very tart, it eventually does dry down to this ambery thing that I really like in the base. Amber and musk mostly. So the ambery touch, I think, lends more of an emphasis on the vanilla. And I think a lot of you know that amber is a fantasy note in perfumes. So you have to rely on the combination of a bunch of resins to create that amber accord. And I'm not getting anything smoky, like something that would come from benzoin. I'm not getting an overly sweet vibe, something that would come from labdanum. And I'm also not getting a green vibe, something that would come from galbanum. I do get a green vibe, but it's a very different verdant quality altogether in this fragrance. Ultimately, this is a fruity fragrance with an amber accord that relies mostly on vanilla, and you have this clean, billowy musk that sort of unifies all of the ingredients together. When it comes to a fruity fragrance, I know fruits are expressed in a variety of different ways. You have the overly ripe, overly juicy, bursting at the seams sort of a fruity nuance, something that you would find in Fine Apple by Gallagher Fragrances, Mile High by Parlez-moi de Parfum. You also have that sort of dark, boozy, resinous, tobacco, honey fruity vibe that you would find in fragrances like 1270 by Frappant. This one totally re-engineered things. It does things differently, and I think it's a pioneer in the game. And that's one of the reasons why I really love Erba Pura, because to this day, no other mass-marketed commercial release of the same tier in quality and I guess reputation has managed to do the same thing. And so Erba Pura will remain one of my favorite fragrances, and I'm happy that I finally have a bottle in my collection. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, I took a look at the uniqueness in the overall smell, and this is undoubtedly and unequivocally a unique fragrance, especially considering the fact that it came out back in 2013, and to this day, no other company has come around to utilize a similar accord or a similar fruity vibe in the opening that does things in perhaps a better way. This one is the best in class. I love the way that it's used in here, and like I said, it has that definable and recognizable signature scent where if you smell it in the air, you know you're smelling Erba Pura. And I really do appreciate the uniqueness, and of course in terms of the overall smell, it has a very agreeable smell, one that is universally liked. I mean, what's not to like in a fruity smell, vanilla, clean musk? These are all ingredients that convey a really agreeable aroma, and it's one that I think Erba Pura utilizes so perfectly. In terms of the longevity, this is Xerjoff quality, so you can expect 8+ hours on your skin. In terms of the projection, I got about 2.5 hours of projection. It did radiate within an arm's length, so it is quite loud, and on my skin, it didn't become a skin scent until about that 7-hour mark, but just do bear in mind that this is a very good performer when it comes to the longevity, the projection, and also the sillage, especially if you do a few sprays on the back of your neck. In terms of the versatility, this is one that I would probably say for special occasions when I really want to make a first impression, a good first impression. I want heads to turn and I want to make a statement. This is also one that I think is perfectly unisex. That vanilla, fruity, musky thing can lean a little feminine, but it also has enough of the absence of the floral qualities and these other seemingly feminine ingredients that allows this fragrance to be worn comfortably by men as well. So perfectly unisex. I personally find all fragrances to be unisex, and I find that this one will probably do better in the colder weather, especially considering the fact that it lasts such a long time and it performs so well. I probably just wouldn't wear it in the dead of summer, unless of course you are wearing it in a climate controlled environment. But do note that this is a very, very versatile fragrance. You can pretty much get away with wearing it all year round. In terms of the presentation, I like the sort of velour feel on the bottle here. Gorgeous presentation, something that is of paramount importance to the brand Xerjoff, I'm sure. And my final verdict on this fragrance is this is a best-in-class fragrance. This is one of these fragrances that is going to go down in the books as one of the most iconic, signature-worthy fragrances on the market. And when it comes to these classic and ever so popular fragrances, Tuscan Leather, Creed Aventus, Santal 33, you better believe that Erba Pura is on that list because it's such an iconic and such a recognizable signature fragrance, and it's one that I'm absolutely overjoyed to have in my collection. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was my review of Erba Pura by Xerjoff. Again, if you are not familiar with this fragrance, I'm going to leave all of the information down below to where you can find it. Fragrance USA definitely carries it. So definitely make sure to pick it up if you are a fan of this DNA of scents. And I do think that this is one that needs to be in everyone's collection, especially if you're a collector of niche fragrances. And so I finally came around and I have a bottle in my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you are new to this channel and you took something of value from this video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. All you have to do is click on that red button in the corner, and of course make sure to enable notifications by clicking on the bell. Thanks again for watching. I love you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye.